welcome those of you who just watched the Vegas Vipers take on the Seattle Sea Dragons. We are here in Orlando for Week 8. Arlington taking on Orlando, getting set for the opening kickoff. John Schriffen alongside Tom Luginbill, Harry Douglas, Stormy Bonantoni on the sidelines. Jose Borregales getting set to start this ball game, kicks things away. Letty Brown will receive, and as soon as he touches it, both teams can release, but the kick goes into the end zone. That'll be a minor infraction. The ball will start on the 35-yard line. Luis Perez was traded 2 weeks ago. This is his first action for Arlington.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's an XFL veteran. He's a spring football league veteran, been in several NFL camps, won a national championship at the Division II level as well as Texas A&M Commerce. I think he's going to give this offense a spark, one they sorely need in the passing game.
What's going on? All right, here we go. Hey, gun Dixie right. Hey, cut 382. Halfback bubble right. X smoke. I'm ready.
You hear Perez already trying to get everybody on the same page for the first possession of the ball game. Letty Brown will start in the backfield with Luis Perez, traded 2 weeks ago from Vegas. Starting at their own 35 on 1st and 10 out of the backfield. Dumped it off to Brown, and he's going to be dropped. Just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Terrence Plummer was there on the stop.
I like the mindset, though. Confidence throw. Letty Brown could have kept his feet, probably would have gained about 5 or 6 yards.
Here we go. Gun dice right, Colt 4 split, F bluff. I'm ready. Gun dice right, Colt 4 split. Here we go. Sit up. 180. With Hunt.
2nd and 10, they go to the ground. This is Brown, and Brown maybe gets a yard. Tom, how tough is it to switch teams mid-season, learning new playbook for Luis Perez?
I think a lot of it has to do with how long have you been around? Where have you been? How many camps have you been in? How many different offenses terminology?
Gun, double right, 3 jet, Z hammer, F pivot, X out. I'm ready.
Have you come in contact with? And we heard Luis Perez say, hey, I've played a lot of offenses. I'm familiar with this one. And as you've already heard here today, there's a lot of verbiage in the play calling here.
They find themselves in a 3rd and long. First drive of the ball game. Out of the shotgun, Perez steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike. Completes that to Brandon Arconado. Gain of 13, a first down.
Yeah, just working the zone here. 3-man rush, nice and poised from Luis Perez. Throws a strike to Arconado, move the chains. Don't want to see yourself in 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 very often.
Right, fake 15, keeper right, F slide. I'm ready.
Really good efficiency there in the passing game to convert.
There's a good chance we could see Brandon Arconado get into this offense a ton. He knows Luis Perez. They worked out in the offseason.
Yep.
1st and 10, faking the handoff, rolling out to the right, throwing over the middle. And Caleb Vander Esch, he is just decked.
Yeah, you see the naked right here. You're seeing Vander Esch come across on the deep over route. And Matt Elam, the former 1st-round draft choice, lays into him. That's a clean hit, lays into him, leads with the shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Really good timing, and looks like Vander Esch is down.
Oh, too high.
So Vander Esch is still down. We saw Elam. He was shaken up a little bit. He's the one who delivered that blow. Harry, when you're a receiver going over the middle, what can you do to try to protect yourself? Vander Esch was just kind of wide open, just laid into it.
Well, the contact, and that's what you want to do if you're a slot receiver. You're coming across the field on a naked bootleg from the quarterback position. Not much you can do. A guy backside is the one who laid the hit on him. So pretty much just try to brace your body so you can absorb the contact as much as possible.
So, Harry, you're going to get hit anyway, right? That's what the coaches always tell you.
Might as well catch the ball, Tom.
That's right. You got it.
So Matt Elam, who laid the hit, he's in the tent. And Vander Esch walks slowly off the field. So after that incompletion, 2nd and 10 from their own 49. Arlington on the ground. They go back to Brown. They've got some room over that left side. And Brown has himself a first down. Plummer knocked him out of bounds.
Go 11 personnel.
11.
Go wristband 21. 11 personnel, wristband 21.
All right, here we go. Listen up. Gun Dixie right, F right, 3 jet, F topper, Y pivot, X shake. I'm ready.
Tom, what does that mean?
Gotta go, hurry up.
So everybody's
Flat,
got the
flat,
wristband, and they've got all the plays
Hurry
by
up.
a number. So everybody just looks down at the wristband. Hey, wristband 21 or wristband 48. He calls the play for the offensive line. Everybody else knows to look at their wrist.
Perez throwing left side, and he completes that to Tyler Vaughn's, a gain of 15. When we talked to these Arlington offensive coordinators, they were impressed with the arm strength of Luis Perez.
Oh, yeah, he can throw it. Great timing here, too.
Wristband.
Wow. 1 foot required inbounds in the XFL,
Hey,
like the
listen up.
college rule.
Hey,
That is
listen up.
a
Listen up. We're going on black,
throw.
okay? Gun trim right. Z short Casper. Steer 4 split on black. Ready? Gotta go. I'm going on black. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Gonna run it here again. When you hear that split,
Here we
that's
go.
a form
Gotta
of
go.
zone run.
Sit up.
Davion Smith now in the backfield at running back.
Go back.
That's Rennell Hall, the man in motion.
They
do give it to Smith. The hole over the middle. Smith, he is the power back out of Michigan. Gains 11, another first down.
Really nice job on the split zone here. Block the defensive end, number 46 right there. Smith does the rest downhill, and this offensive line, by the way, coached by an XFL veteran, Jonathan Heimbach, a 2001 XFL champion.
Pull 2, wide line. I want ready.
Getting it done right now with his group up front. Look at that run game production from last week right there. They have settled in the run game at Arlington. Now they've got to complement it in the passing game.
In the red zone, Arlington, 1st and 10 from the 15. Back on the ground to Smith. Smith wrapped up
He made the play
after a gain of 8. And already on this opening drive, Arlington has 4 plays of 10 or more yards.
No, please don't turn it on TV.
Well, not only that,
Hey.
that's where they've been lacking. They've had the fewest explosive plays on the ground of any team in the XFL.
That is not a good sign. That's Davion Smith. He's the workhorse, the running back, just limped off the field.
Hey, we're in field goal range, so it's gonna be, hey, we gotta be smart. I know, on TV, we're in field goal range.
You get real thin at the running back position if you lose one. Still got Letty Brown, Brian Harriet.
Offset. Yes, offset.
Do have a penalty flag. Let's hear from our referee, Jeff Heiser, for the first time today.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Orlando 20.
Offense number 85. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 21. Those penalties all set. This is their first unsportsmanlike penalty of the game.
So even one of those two get another unsportsmanlike.
Here's another look at Davion Smith, what happened at the end of that play.
Rolled up a little bit, getting dragged down on the tackle.
And you heard Luis Perez telling his guys, you got to be smart. Already showing the leadership. He said, we're in field goal range. We don't want penalties. Luckily for Arlington, they did offset.
Stay alive, Arco. Here we go.
We're going to have this
Here we go.
I split 5, so they're going to get the split zone again.
With 80. With Hunt.
2nd and 2. Letty Brown dropped at the 5. He will have a first down for Arlington.
Hey, stop. Hey, let's be smart. Hey, Brian, you're way over.
This game means so much, and you can already feel the chippiness. Orlando, this is essentially a playoff game. If they lose another game, their season, they have no chance of making a playoff.
Well,
Z-Dart.
and Arlington's on the verge of that. Okay, so
Z-Dart, X-Fade, I want right.
and for Arlington and San Antonio, all those two teams play the same 3 teams the next 2 weeks. So critical for Arlington here on the road against Orlando.
10th play of the drive coming up for Arlington. 1st and goal from the 5. Perez looking end zone. Good coverage there by Balin Buchanan. We're looking for Lawan Winningham.
Cannon does a nice job here because this is a pretty well-thrown football to the back shoulder. Maybe a little more air and a little higher so you could elevate. But nice play at the last moment with his hands.
Z-Dart, X-Fade, I want right.
Gonna throw it again here. See if Orlando can hold defensively.
3 wide receiver set for Arlington on 2nd and goal from the 5. Handing it off, trying to make a move. Davion Smith back in the game, but there is no room up the middle, no gain.
11 personnel.
Terrell Buckley told his guys after the win last week, we're finally on the tracks. Now we got to get the train moving. Don't get too excited about just one win.
Sure.
Hey, Arco, look. Arco.
His defense has a big job here on 3rd and goal.
Get up.
Perez out of the shotgun, empty backfield, will just throw it up. Incomplete. He was looking for Winningham. Wiggins was there in coverage, but Luis Perez was pressured right in his face.
Yeah, had an unblocked defender coming off the edge, and pretty good job on the back end for Orlando with coverage. There's nowhere to go with the football.
Yeah, Smoke, you got him?
That's a tough throw when people are in your face and you don't have a deep target there in the back corner of the end zone. Really impressive job to shore up on defense by Orlando. That was a tough go there for a bit on the ground versus the run. Able to hold and force a field goal attempt.
So Taylor Russolino will come on, attempt a 23-yard field goal. Snap is clean, kick is good. Arlington is on the board first. They are up 3-0. If you're watching us on ESPN News, your coverage will end after this break. Switch on over to ESPN where you can find the rest of this game here in Orlando. Is brought to you by Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. Well, Quentin Dormady had the right call for just about everything in Week 7 last week. 6 total touchdowns, 3 through the air, 3 on the ground. Quentin Dormady, he just seems to get better and better as the season keeps going.
Yeah, and they've improved the personnel around him as well. Cody Latimer's been a fixture of this offense all year long, but added Katie Cannon, added tight end Jordan Thomas prior to last week's win. So not only has he grown and developed and started to play better, but he's got better weapons around him. Let's see if he can carry it over to today.
Taylor Russolino will kick it away as soon as Dedrick Thomas touches it. Both teams can release. There they go. Thomas trying to find a lane, pitches it back. We got a little trickeration off the kick for Orlando. Bumped out of bounds, just shy of the 35. Terrell Buckley said, we are going to be aggressive. We're not holding anything back this week.
That's 2 weeks in a row. You remember they did that twice on 2 throwback plays last week. Really helped them in the kicking game.
That was Katie Cannon who received that pitch.
On one.
Here we go. Quentin Dormady. How do you repeat what you did last week? 6 touchdowns.
You don't dwell on last week because you can't replicate it, right? Last week's over with. Now you just got to build upon it.
Move!
A big tight end package on the right side of that line. As Thomas goes out wide at the top of your screen. Dormady throwing left! And that was almost picked off. Jumping the route for Arlington. That was Devontae Cosby.
Yeah, trying to hit the big tight end, Jordan Thomas.
Trips right, zoom, F counter left. F counter left, David.
He really played it like he knew it was coming, ran the route. That was 14 personnel from Orlando. 1 back and 4 tight ends in the game. We're going to see a bunch of that today.
180!
Kevin Darrington, the man in the backfield, he gets the touch here, trying to bounce it left. Now back middle. What a surge up front by this Arlington defense. Donald Payne there with a loss for 2.
You know, the defense has been good enough all year long. They've scored, they've created turnovers.
You're out.
Find Orlando now, 3rd and 12.
Gone right. David.
So it hasn't been the Arlington defense so much as it's been the Arlington defense being on the field too often due to the lack of production on offense.
In 7 games, Orlando has scored 5 times on their opening drive. Here's 3rd and 12 for Dormady, putting some air underneath it and overthrows his receiver, Cody Latimer. He was double covered.
Yeah, you see 2 defenders there on Latimer. If there's a guy that Arlington is not going to allow to beat them today, it is going to be number 11 wearing green.
Take a look at it.
So just the 3rd time this season, Orlando has not scored on their opening drive.
Yeah.
As Arlington forces the 3 down.
You don't believe in that corner route. Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Brown is on to punt it away for Orlando. Joe Powell is the deep man set to return.
They played way off, so I went to bang it.
Low wobbly kick will take a Orlando bounce, and it goes off of Powell. Oh! Disaster! Orlando has the turnover. Dedrick Thomas falls on top of it, and Orlando is at the doorstep.
Francois! Let's go! Put your flap on, Francois! Your flap!
See Joe Powell here Just a poor job, very nonchalant approach to securing that football, ends up muffing it. You just got to be so much more, I would say, let's just say high-strung, maybe have a sense of urgency, if you will, when you're dealing with the football in the kicking game.
New quarterback in there for Orlando, DeAndre Francois. Inside the 10. With Darrington, his running back to his right. First and goal for Orlando. That's Eli Rogers, he's throwing! Incomplete. Dan Williams caught it, but just could not keep a foot inbound.
Orlando pulling out all the stops there early. We've seen it in the kicking game. See a little reverse double pass. Just over the outstretched fingertips. Nice haul, but ran out of real estate in the back corner of the end zone.
So Quentin Dormady back in at quarterback for Orlando. He will take over on second and goal. Rambo, the man in motion. They will hand this one off to Darrington. Still moving those legs. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's Josiah Coatney with the tackle.
Yeah, I wouldn't stay away from this split run game, zone run game that Orlando's had a lot of success with. When they got into the red area last time, they went away from it.
Scat right, Z drive, F angle.
Bunch right, scat right,
Z drive, F angle.
Z drive, F angle.
See that bunch formation at the top of your screen there? 3 wide receivers set.
David, son. 180. What's that?
Third and goal from the 6. Dormady looking right. Almost intercepted off the hands of Eli Rogers. That was almost picked off in the end zone.
Wow, was it ever.
Shakur Brown had a chance at that one.
Dormady trying to hit the angle route right here for number 17, Eli Rogers. Throws it high and behind him, and very fortunate that Arlington doesn't come down with that football. That's just not an accurate throw from Quentin Dormady. You'd love to have that one back.
So this will be a 24-yard field goal attempt by Jose Borregales. He's made his last 4 field goals for Orlando. Make that 5 in a row for Jose Borregales. And we've got a tie ball game at 3 apiece. You are looking at Church Street, downtown Orlando. Oh, you know it's going to be jumping later tonight. Can Orlando get the win?
Next on Behind the
Daniel, his brother-in-law Ramiro. He even had his grandpa Aaron at 78 years old out there catching passes at one point over the course of his career. His whole family helps him get ready when he starts with a new team. Here's Letty Brown as Arlington will come out for their second drive of the ball game. Harry, I mean, when you play a professional sport, especially football, you got to rely on the sacrifice of your family.
Yeah, especially if you're a quarterback too, because the sacrifice has to be there from everyone that you know. But when talking about, you know, his family, Luis Perez had a big smile on his face about his wife Brenda, his 3-year-old daughter Ariel, and his 1.5-year-old daughter Sienna. That's his why. That's why he's out here today, because those 3 people have sacrificed so much so he can live out his dreams.
That is so awesome. Family, a big part of Luis Perez's success. Dropping back, throwing, making the adjustment is Javonte Payton. An 18-yard catch. You look at the family of Luis Perez. That's his wife, Brenda, in the middle. He says, she is my rock. Has sacrificed so much that I can keep my dream alive. His daughters, Ariel, Sienna. Also, you got to shout out his mom, Darla. Every time he learns a new playbook, he calls his mom, and his mom will quiz him on the phone just to make sure he's dialed in.
Got to have the X's and O's down, man.
First and 10 for Arlington from their own 45. Quick throw, dangerous pass, completes that one to Payton, and Payton makes something out of that. It could have been a disaster for Arlington.
Yeah, Arcandado is late tasked with making that block against the corner. And wow, Steele Wiggins almost went the other way with this. Good concentration by Payton.
Come on, JP.
Yes.
We can't do that.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 3, Taunton, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's the wide receiver, Javonte Payton, after making that catch, taunting the opposing team. And you heard Luis Perez tell him, you can't do that.
Just not winning football. I mean,
Correction,
it's so
second
unnecessary.
down.
Killing your football team when you make those selfish decisions.
Hey, listen up. Gun, dice right. Cold 4 split. F bluff. I want ready.
You guys heard Bob's tooth right there.
Here we go.
It's freaking stupid football, and he's right.
Sit up. 180. What's hot?
So 2nd and 18 after the penalty. Davion Smith on the ground. He is a load to bring down, and he still ends up on his feet after they blow the whistle there. He's a quiet guy, but they say he just leads by example. He's just so strong when he touches that ball.
Yeah, and it's good to see him back in the lineup because you get really thin at running back if one guy goes down here. Again, last week is when the running game really started to materialize for Arlington.
Hey,
His quarterback, Luis Perez, could put it all together.
2 jet, deep outs, back splash on black.
They could have some complimentary football as you see Davion Smith's numbers there on the season.
We have 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter.
2 jet, here we go.
3rd and 14 coming up for Arlington.
Black 80, Black 80 hot.
Perez, here comes the pressure. Perez gets rid of it, but it is knocked out of bounds, incomplete. That was Matt Elam in coverage, looking for Lawan Winningham.
I had no time.
Luis Perez does a nice job just getting the ball out of his hand. Don't take a big loss. Live to play the next down. Don't sacrifice any type of field position in the kicking game.
We cannot be doing that shit to ourselves.
How about the mistakes early on by Arlington? The muffed punt return caused the turnover, and then the taunting penalty just ended that drive.
And again, they've dealt with this throughout the majority of the season, and so is Orlando. That's, this isn't necessarily a talent deficiency with these 2 teams. It's self-inflicted wounds.
Marquette King punts that one away, an end-over-end punt to Justin Rogers. Rogers makes his way up the middle. Will be brought down just across the 35, a 15-yard return. Week 8 in the XFL continues tomorrow, a Sunday doubleheader. We start with a battle in Texas between the Roughnecks and the Brahmas. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Then it's the Defenders and the Sea Dragons at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Both games also available on ESPN+. That second game, the nightcap, that's going to be a battle.
Can DC bounce back really after playing the first 4 game of the season? And Seattle, one of the hottest teams in the XFL right now, after an 0-2 start.
Orlando, 3rd drive of the game. Here's Darrington on the ground. He is tag teamed, thrown down, a loss of 1. Darnell Sankey was the first one there. Orlando, these first opening 2 drives, they don't have any yards.
0. Take a look at the standings there in the North and South Division. Things getting down to the wire now.
Gone right, David.
We freaking ain't ran the ball yet.
We look at Orlando at the bottom at 1-6. They are not done. Mathematically, they can still make the playoffs, but if they lose today, they are mathematically eliminated. 2nd and 11, empty backfield. Gormany pressured, stepping up. He's going to try to run for it, and just tripped up. Ball is out. It is a live play. Devontae Busby with a scoop and score for Arlington.
It is a fumble. Got a great look.
And Arlington takes the lead.
Great look. Low end zone shows me clearly a fumble.
Ruling on the field is a fumble.
And then
recovered by the defense, resulting in a touchdown.
He's inbounds the whole way. And we're going to get it into the end zone. The score is clear. Score is clear.
That was Bruce Hector with the tackle that forced the ball loose.
2 middle.
Busby with the scoop and score, and wow. So we've seen really 2 poorly executed plays that resulted in a turnover, only this one for points for Arlington.
For Arlington, that is their first quarter touchdown of the season. As you can see, the ball clearly coming out as Normandy went to the ground.
It looks like it slides down his armband.
Arlington will go for 2 from the 5-yard line. They don't kick field extra points here in the XFL. They're 2 for 6 on the season. The toss. Looking to throw, and incomplete. The two-point conversion, no good. Arlington with a 6-point lead, under a minute to play here in this first quarter. You don't want to go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we will check in to the hottest place in town. It's called Stormy's Sportsbook. You want to win some money? Come on back.
That's on me. That's me. That's me.
I think that's the third defensive touchdown of the year for Arlington. Yeah.
So 55 seconds to play here in this first quarter. As Taylor Russolino getting set to kick this one away. Dedrick Thomas, the deep man for Orlando. As soon as he catches it, both teams can release. They're 5 yards apart. He muffs that one. Both teams go. He's got a lane. Thomas over that left side. And a good return for Orlando, as he'll be out just shy of the 40-yard line.
Bunch right, ace right, ace right, 548 F wheel.
One thing I've noticed in the first few series here for Orlando offensively is Arlington's playing pure zone defense. They don't want to get caught with a mismatch because of these big physical receivers that Orlando has, so they're just lining up and playing simple zone. They got to change up the passing game approach to Orlando here, get away from some of the man stuff, get to some zone beaters.
Dormady with time, airs it out, going deep, incomplete. Charleston Rambo ran by everybody, but the throw was off the mark.
You know, and last week, that's a throw that Quentin Dormady makes. If he throws this upfield down the hash, this is a runaway touchdown for Rambo. Get behind Will Hill there, the safety, number 5.
Goes right.
Dormady is 0 for 4 to start this game. What have you noticed from the Orlando quarterback?
They just seem off. And I think that they were expecting Arlington to play more man defense, and that's not what Arlington has done to this point. Got to start seeing things a little more clearly.
Final seconds of this first quarter, trying to set up the screen. Dan Williams, he'll be brought down from behind, but a good gain there as he picks up 8. That will be the last play of this first quarter. We do have a player down. That's
the end of the first quarter.
Hey, over here.
So the medical staff will attend to Willie Taylor for Arlington. You're taking a look at Epcot Center, Walt Disney World. It is packed this weekend and every weekend this summer. Arlington with a lead after
Orlando. Time for Stormy's Sportsbook. Given that there's only a couple of weeks left in the season, felt like a good time to take a look at where things stand for the 2023 XFL Championship odds. Not a whole lot of movement atop the board. 6-1 DC, still your favorite. Although after the loss to Orlando last week, we see them from plus 110, getting a little bit more value at plus 150 currently. And Houston, even with the losing streak, they're right there, plus 280. St. Louis and Seattle still in contention. You'll notice the Vipers are off the board, out of this now. But take a look at Orlando. John mentioned it earlier, staying alive in the XFL South, 150-1. Coming off March Madness, guys, we love a Cinderella, right? Can I get it done?
How about that? Darrington with the run up the middle. Stormy at 150-1. Is Orlando worth a little sprinkle?
I kind of like the idea, to be honest with you. A $100 winning bet would take home $15,000 if the Guardians pull it off. So why not throw a little bit on it?
Wait,
right?
you said what now?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Now, Stormy, I got one more for you. I'm not letting you go. Why doesn't Vegas like Seattle right now?
I'm not sure. That's something that they haven't really been able to catch up to them for whatever reason. They're winning all of these games, but that 0-2 start for whatever reason, just they haven't caught up.
Yep.
Sarah.
Good stuff. 1st and 10. Dormady pressure. That ball came out again. Who's got on top of it?
I thought the ball's clearly out. The ball is clearly out. Okay, I mean,
Really on the field is a fumble recovered.
we're going to stay right now. I mean, it's clearly a fumble, and then it's a pile. Turnover's clear, TV staying.
Keep your head in it.
So that is back-to-back fumbles by Quinton Dormady. After his best game of the season, he is having his worst game to start week 8.
Yeah, it looks like Isaiah Graham-Mobley, number 52, is Johnny on the spot there as that ball comes loose at the bottom of the pile.
What's going on with Orlando to start this game?
I feel like they're a little hungover from last week. I really do. And sometimes you start reading your press clippings and how good you played. It seemed like they were focused and ready, but they're not playing like it here in the first quarter.
Luis Perez, all kinds of time, throwing, eating up that zone. Whoop! Stopping on a dime, Tyler Vaughns. And this Arlington offense looks completely different with Luis Perez. A gain of 27.
Got some semblance of order here.
Deuce left, 96 auto.
Deuce left, 96 is going to be your pass protection.
Deuce left, 96 auto. Block. Yeah. Hey, we got auto this. Here we go.
Check it.
Sit up. Renegades, raise the hood. Hey, auto. Here we go. Gotta go. Daytona, sit up.
Perez will hand this one off to Brown. Picks up two.
Yeah, gotta hurry up.
You know, Harry asked him about how comfortable he felt with this offense, and you can tell he knows this playbook, checking out of balls.
Completely in command.
Personnel. Let's go. Wristband 12.
Here we go. Gun, unbalanced, trips left, F short, fake 15, keep it right, F slide. I want ready.
I'm going to move the pocket here a little bit. Fake 15. So
gotta go.
Action battle back that way.
With hood.
Donato in motion. They find him going across the formation. And he does not get a single yard. Balin Buchanan with a nice tackle in the open field.
Balin Buchanan's made quite a few plays here in the first half. Prevented a touchdown on a back shoulder ball on the first drive for Arlington.
Make sure you lean it to 80. Tell the corners to lean the fucking 80. Hey, alert the nod.
Hey, gun, double right, both close. 82 scat, Maestro, I want ready.
Alert the nod, Ralph.
Gotta go.
2 by 2, bunch formations.
Here we go.
See him talk about number 80. That's his player right there in that offense. That's Sal Cannella.
Daytona, sit up.
On 3rd and 9 for Arlington, Perez dumps it off underneath, and Vaughns will be stopped short of the first down. Good tackle there again by Buchanan, only got 4.
I really like Orlando's approach here, and it's really all as simple as keeping the ball in front of you. Don't let anything get behind you, and then come up and make the tackle in the open field. Force Arlington to earn it.
Okay, all right. He was super deep. I thought you were going to go stretch on
This offense has been struggling to put up points, and they're going to settle for another field goal attempt. Taylor Russolino will come on to try a 31-yard field goal. No problem for Russolino. 2 for 2 today on field goals. As Arlington has a 12-3 lead. Plenty of time to play here in the second quarter in Orlando.
1 trip set. This is the wide dragster, intended to hit that man right there, Cody Latimer. You see the pick and the rub? This is what happens when you play a lot of man-to-man defense, especially when you play all on the same level and press across the board like DC chooses to do here. And then Latimer takes the ball and does the rest. That's one of the reasons why you're not seeing Arlington get themselves caught in a lot of man-to-man coverage. They want to avoid those rubs and those picks, those mismatches with these big physical tight ends and H-backs. Now Orlando's got to find a way to start dinking and dunking against zone defense.
Deep kickoff by Russolino, fielded by Thomas. And Thomas is brought down as soon as he crosses the 25. It's an all-access look at the XFL and its players and coaches that you can't get anywhere else. The 9-part docuseries, Player 54. Episode 6 premieres Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on ESPN2. And all the episodes are available on ESPN+. I mean, this is just another reason why ESPN Plus is incredible. You can just binge watch Player 54 on a weekend.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Sign up for ESPN Plus and start watching it.
180!
Fifth drive of the ball game for Orlando. Dormady pressured again, will step up, protects the football, but we do have a flag down in the backfield.
65 offense holding. Holding offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Jordan Yofasi with the hold, so that'll back up Orlando.
Brown.
This is what they were able to avoid last week. See Garrod right there. Let's hold the front of the jersey. Clear, good call.
Setting up the screen for Orlando, Eli Rogers. And he's bumped out of bounds. Will not even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Seattle, F curl. Twins right, scat right, Seattle,
Scat right,
F curl.
scat right.
On 4 drives for Orlando, they had a 3-and-out, 4 plays for a field goal, fumble return for a touchdown, and another fumble. What do they do here on 2nd and 10 on the money to Eli Rogers in the open field, brought down just shy of midfield. Orlando trying to get on track here, gain of 23.
That's the F curl right there.
Come here.
Eli Rogers on the curl.
Trips right move to Liz stay. Big shot, alert, F counter right. On 1, ready?
You hear that alert? That could be a chuck. After they move here, see what the defense does, and then he'll make the call off of the defensive alignment.
180! What's that?
2 tight ends over the left side of that line. Protection for Dormady. Penalty flag open. And just dropping it. KD Cannon.
Hands to the face, offense number 77. Hands to the face, offense number 77. 5-yard penalty.
They call that on Abdul Beecham.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands to the face, offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Your right tackle there on the right side, right there.
Ghost right, rat. On 1, ready? Rat.
Good job climbing the pocket there by Dormady. Inaccurate throw due to poor footwork, but again, penalties plaguing this Orlando offense.
Sarah.
Backs him up to the 45. 1st and 15 on the ground, making that jump cut. Jermaine Martin just does not get much. All right, we talked about how you feel like Orlando's still a little hungover. Is Arlington doing anything to force Orlando to look kind of out of sync?
Yeah, they're whipping them up front right now. I mean, the bottom line is
Gone left.
That's a screen drop.
72 TJ Barnes, a 369-pounder. Josiah Coatney, number 71,
David Davis,
330-pounder, really pushing the pocket today.
2nd and 14 from the 46. Dormady, quick throw. He's found Dedrick Thomas. Picks up 10. That'll give him 3rd and manageable.
I'm a little surprised by that spot. I think they had about another 1.5 yards there.
Scat left.
Jermaine Martin in at running back.
They want to tag 81 to the bottom of your screen.
3rd and 4. Martin picks up the blitz. Jump ball. And Dormady throws it out of bounds as he was looking for his tight end, Jordan Thomas.
This is where they had success last week, one-on-one on the outside with a big 6'6" target. But this time, Quentin Dormady's got to keep the ball in bounds. You got to at least give him a chance.
11 Bulldog.
Luke's, how about this? Orlando staying on the field on offense on 4th down.
I like it.
Gone right, on 2.
I like it. They're playing good enough on defense right now.
Echo.
They need a spark.
Orlando on 4th downs this season, 3 for 14.
Gonna punt it now.
False start 81. Yeah. False start 81. Before the snap, false start. Offense, number 81. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Jordan Thomas, number 81.
Oh, come here. Hey, come here.
That was the 3rd penalty for Orlando on that drive alone.
Come here.
Self-inflicted wounds. This is what plagued them the first 6 weeks of the season.
Hey,
Listen in on Dormady here.
Listen. Hey, we good. Hey, I missed throws. Everybody's fucked up, all right? Put that shit behind us and let's move forward, all right? We good. Let's go. Erase it.
Joe Powell calls for the fair catch as Dormady trying to fire up his offense. Can Orlando get on track? Arlington with a 12-3 lead here in the second quarter. Perez will hand this one off to Brown. And Brown will be dragged down. Picked up 7.
I'll probably pull the next one.
Let's go wristband 24. Wristband 25. Wristband 25.
Here we go. Excuse me. Here we go. Here we go. Gun double left. 2 jet. Pack. F shallow cross. Ready?
I mean, it's amazing to me that quarterbacks can just jump from team to team and pick up all this terminology.
Well, you've heard so much of it. You know, so many different names for the same route. At some place you've been, you've probably heard that route called that way.
3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz. And Perez just has to get rid of it. Incomplete pass. That was Terrence Smith getting his hand on it on defense.
Moving on the field, it was an incomplete pass. 4th down.
Terrence Smith. Orlando pinning their ears back off the edge. Unblocked rusher there on the left side to Luis Perez. And, you know, we referenced Arlington's defensive front ramping it up. Guess what? So is Orlando's. You're going to have an answer up front offensively to be able to get the ball to the quarterback's hand and move the chains.
What happened on the strip sack?
Marquette King is on to punt. King with a booming punt. Okay, Marquette King, we see you. On the return, Orlando trying to make something happen. Justin Rogers will be dropped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Orlando gets the ball back. Let's see how the offense responds after Dormy's pep talk. Week 8 in the XFL continues tomorrow with a Sunday doubleheader. We start with a battle in Texas between the Roughnecks and the Brahmas. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Then it's the Defenders and the Sea Dragons in the nightcap, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Both games also available on ESPN+. What's the key for Orlando on this drive?
I think it's to get back to running the football. I know there's 3:35 left here, but they've had really good success when they've been in 11 or 12 personnel running their split zone inside run game and haven't really gone back to it since the first quarter. There's plenty of time here and 3 timeouts.
Rogers in motion. They go on the ground with Martin and Lukes. There's just no room up front to run the ball for Orlando.
Josiah Coatney, TJ Barnes, and Vontae Lambert. That front is big and physical.
Yeah, he's watching me.
Bruce Hector's another 299-pounder in there. That big number 90.
Twins left, black.
Arlington is huge across the board up front.
Sarah, touch!
After no gain, he's 2nd and 10. They set up the screen. Oh, what a one-handed catch by Latimer. Showing you those hands. The big tight end reels it in for 5 yards.
That's a spectacular catch. Bailing out his quarterback right here.
Dose right,
wow.
Scat right, 0-4.
What's a hard count?
Scat right.
Cody Latimer leads the XFL in receiving yards. That's his first catch today.
Yeah, first catch today. Had a big week last week. They've targeted him defensively.
Sets up 3rd and 5. Dormady with time, finds Latimer again, spins off the first defender. Brought down at the 45, Devontae Bosby with the tackle.
We talked about that zone versus man concept offensively. This time they run the deep over, and you see number 11, Latimer, just settling the open spot right there. Dormady finds him.
Scat right, Seattle, curl.
That was Joe Powell missing that first tackle, as Cody Latimer now up over 500 receiving yards on the season, most in the XFL. Here's Dormady. Finds Eli Rogers. He immediately gets down after that first down, picks up 12.
This is the 2-minute warning.
We have reached the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Orlando starting to move the ball. Welcome back to beautiful downtown Orlando here in week 8 of the XFL. Arlington with the early lead over Orlando Guardians. What's up, everybody? Welcome inside the booth alongside my partners, Tom Lugamill, John Schriffen. Well, Quentin Dormady was the story coming into this game. He started 0 for 4 But the third drive of the game starting to pick things up. He's now 7 for 8. What's the difference you've seen?
I think the clock's going off in his head. What we've seen today so far from both offensive lines is they've struggled to hold up. So for Quentin Dormady, he's got to get back, get set, get the ball out of his hand, and help out his offensive line.
Here's Dormady, throws another strike to his receiver, Eli Rogers. Rogers quickly getting down. Will stop under 2 minutes of the half, and they will start again once the ball is spot, similar to college rules.
On left. I need ditch to the left, Walming to the right. Katie, you got a skinny post. You got a skinny post.
Hey, gone right.
Don't tell the tailback what he's doing.
Tells his running back, Jermaine Martin, you're running the wheel on 1st and 10. Throwing, end zone, incomplete. Shakur Brown got his hand in there as Katie Cannon was looking to reel it in.
Hear the play caller there, Shane Matthews, telling Katie Cannon he's got the skinny post. He had the wheel around it.
Ghost right.
Ghost right.
X quick screen left.
X quick screen left. X quick screen.
I think he could have thrown that maybe a half a step earlier. Quentin Dormady looks at that on tape tomorrow as they evaluate this game performance. I think we're going to have a quick screen here.
Rogers in motion, throwing the screen. That's the Jordan Thomas, making dudes miss. Jordan Thomas is one of the most athletic tight ends you will find, and Terrell Buckley is now unleashing him, putting him in different positions on the field.
He lines up everywhere. How are you supposed to defend him?
They go quick with the sneak and a penalty flag.
Is he off? I did not have him off. We got a legal substitution on the Renegades.
Penalties half the distance to go. We got too many men on the field. Defense. Half the distance. The clock will be on the snap. Yep.
Is he 12? Is he 12?
Too many men on the field.
Yep.
Defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down. The clock will start on the snap.
Really good that time by Quentin Dormady. Get up, line up, get up, set. Arlington's trying to substitute. They get caught with 12 men on the field, so a free play there that's created by the momentum. See your Bob Stoops right there. Got to settle his team down.
First charge timeout. Arlington, 30 seconds.
Well, we did.
So Arlington will call a timeout as they face Orlando at the 4 with 1st and goal coming up. You know, even though Arlington has the lead, they're up 12-3, it feels like Orlando is switching things around. They're starting to get momentum in this game.
Yeah, they got a little pep in their step, right? They're getting lined up quicker. I think they found something with Jordan Thomas, lining him up at different spots. Sometimes he gets a 5'11" corner. Next thing you know, he's running down the seam in the middle of the field. And they've got Arlington on their heels a little here.
Yeah, quick ace right, Here we go.
Ever since Quentin Dormady pulled his offense together, he admitted, look, my throws have been off, everyone's been a little out of sync, but let's pull it together.
Right.
That leadership is showing, and now Orlando looking to punch it in here. Jermaine Martin is the running back. On 1st and goal from the 4 for Orlando. Rogers goes in motion. Here's Dormady looking to throw. Can't find anybody open. He is scrambling left side, and a penalty flag comes in as he threw it to Eli Rogers.
Oh, something.
Over here.
That's what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at right here.
Was the pass in the air at all for this to be DPI? This took place before. It's holding.
Before the pass,
holding.
yes. That's
number?
Very good. It's clearly before the ball was in the air.
Holding. Defense, number 41. Penalties half the distance to go. Results in automatic first down.
That's against Arlington's Devontae Bosby.
Had a touchdown, a scoop and score earlier.
Hey, come here. Twins right, fly. You're going to cut your defensive end on the left. I'm QB sneaking it.
Dormady from the 2 on 1st and goal. You heard him. He said, I'm QB sneaking it. Let's see if he can get in there. Dormady finds that left side, pushes, touchdown, Orlando! Dormady kept it himself, followed his blockers, and he's got 6.
Right down the line, you can see right there, and he brought the tight end, 87, Logan Carter, from the right side over the left to seal that backside defensive end that wasn't blocked. Well executed at the point of attack by Orlando.
Orlando electing to go for 1. You don't kick extra points. They'll go from the 2-yard line. They're 5 of 11 on 1-point tries this season. Dormady keeps it, makes a cut, trying to stretch, but he will not get there. What a tackle by Joe Powell.
Try is no good.
I can't get the snap. Yeah. I couldn't even get into the back.
So you can hear Dormady was not supposed to keep it.
Yeah, he wanted to hand that off. Just how important the timing of the mesh point and from a center to the quarterback exchange, whether it's under center, whether it's at the shotgun, and all the different things that affects in terms of the timing of every play, run game or pass play.
All right, here's what Dormady was talking about.
He felt like he had to take the ball so far to his right when he caught the ball that he couldn't bring it back to the left. Let's see here. Yeah, I think he could have. I certainly think he could have handed it off. But it did interfere with the overall timing of what they're trying to do.
Tell you what, man, this is why we love the XFL. You don't get that kind of access anywhere else. We heard why the play broke down right from Dormady himself. Borregales kicks this one away with 50 seconds to play in this first half. Donnell Hall breaks one tackle, another, spins off the third, and a late penalty flag flies in.
Peter.
Receiving team during the return. During the return, illegal block in the back. 52 receiving team. First down. Arlington.
All right, Luke's 43 seconds to play in the half. You're Arlington with 2 timeouts. What are you doing?
Well, I got to be honest with you. You're getting the ball, you're going to start on defense. So I think you've got to be very, very careful here. Keep in mind, offensively, they've moved the ball, haven't been able to close the deal. Got 12 points. One of those was a touchdown on a scoop and score defensively.
Arlington will start from their own 10. They give the ball to the running back, Letty Brown, who falls forward for a gain of a yard. Worst starting field position for either team, and it looks like Arlington is content with just running out this clock.
Yeah, you can't make a mistake backed up here. And again, going to start on defense coming out of the locker room.
Arlington has a scoop and score on defense and 2 field goals to get a 12-9 lead here. 10 seconds to play in this first half. Arlington will have to snap it one more time.
Daytona, sit up.
There's Perez. Hands it off to Brown, and that'll do it for the first half. Arlington trying to end a 2-game losing streak, and Orlando trying to put 2 wins together at the half. It's the Renegades with a 12-9 lead over the Guardians. Here at the half.
Yes, guys, I'm with quarterback Luis Perez. You guys coming into the locker room leading at the half. What has kind of stopped you guys offensively?
Yeah, it's more self-inflicted wounds. We just got to take care of ourselves and win our individual battles, and we'll be fine.
I seen you gave a speech to your team just a moment ago. What did you say to them?
Yeah, it's been about us, right? It has nothing to do with what they're doing. They're doing exactly what we thought on film. We just got to go out there and execute our game plan and do our job. That's it.
Thanks, Louise.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Harry, good stuff. We've seen so many different quarterbacks for Arlington so far this season, but the biggest consistent thing, defense. They have stepped up week after week. And Tom, something you noticed early on, Arlington came out in a zone. That's had a big impact, you feel like, on this game.
I think it's had a huge impact because I think Orlando came into this game with their big targets out wide. They're 6'5" and taller, Cody Latimer, Jordan Thomas, and they've been used to having those individual one-on-one mismatches. Well, what does Arlington do? They come out and they say, no, we're not going to let you do that. We're going to win with our front. We're going to drop 7 or 8, and we're going to force you to dink and dunk and be patient. And that's what Quentin Dormady's got to do. Be patient and find your spots.
How about Luis Perez at quarterback? His first action for Arlington since being traded 2 weeks ago. He's stepping up. Take a listen to what he said to his guys in the locker room.
It's about us. It's not about them. Everything has been about us, right? Mixed block here, mixed read by me, penalties, this and that. It's on us. Do our assignment when you're going to battles.
Kicking towards our locker room.
Hey, boys, you had a hell of a week. Now let's put that second half together, all right? Get paid with a second.
How rare is that? To step into a new team, your first start, you've only been here 2 weeks, you're already stepping up in the locker room at half.
Well, I think the football team around him sees him as an improvement, right? They see him as being a guy that maybe can get them over the hump because they've been able to run the football. They've played good defense. They've created turnovers that have resulted in points on defense, but they haven't been able to sustain drives and create plays. They have the league's fewest explosive plays on the ground. They haven't been able to score points. And so he's a guy that I think gives them a little bit of a belief system that they've been lacking. Now let's see if they can close a game in the second half. That will do more for Luis Perez and the next couple of weeks for this Arlington team than anything up to this point.
Luis Perez at 28 years old, he's got plenty of experience, played with 3 different NFL teams. He's played in every spring league. Now here he is with the Arlington Renegades trying to get the win. Orlando, what did they do to regroup at the half? They will get the ball first to start this third quarter. Both teams will line up 5 yards apart. Here in the XFL, we believe in safety, but we also want some action. This creates return, but we can do it safely. Kicking off, Taylor Russolino. Dedrick Thomas, as soon as he feels it, both teams release. There they go. Thomas trying to go over that left side, cutting it back to the left. Can he find a hole? And he'll be dragged out of bounds just across the 30-yard line. Stormy, what you got on Orlando?
Well, we saw Luis Perez give a good speech at halftime. Terrell Buckley gave a pretty good one to this Orlando squad as well. He came up and he said, hey, that was the worst half of football you could have probably played, yet what's the score? This is still a 3-point game. Bring energy, bring passion, and focus on the details, the little things. Let's not hurt ourselves here.
Yeah, Stormy, it's interesting, too, because they gained some momentum, right? They scored leading into the halftime. Now they got to come out and have a really strong first drive to open this quarter.
Orlando will start from their own 30. On 1st and 10, faking the handoff, rolling out, finding the tight end Logan Carter. He is swung down. A good gain on 1st down. When we talked to Terrell Buckley this week, he said, I have been dreaming about these mismatches. He wants to have 4 tight ends on the field at the same time.
Yeah, he had 2 of them on the field that time. And again, they'll go into 12, 13, 14 personnel. 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends. He said, if I had 5, I'd use 5. And I said, well, coach, it's not against the rules. You just don't have enough roster spots. You see here, lead draw right here. It's going to look like a pass play, and they're going to hand it off late.
2nd and 1. Just as Luke said, but Arlington was ready. Darrington did not get to the marker. Now bring up 3rd down. Joe Powell with that push to get the tackle for Arlington.
This is where Arlington has been really good up front. Really disruptive in short yardage situations in the first half.
Black. David.
2 for 5 on 3rd downs today for Orlando. They've got a 3rd and 2 coming up here. They've got to get to the 40.
There's that dragster they call.
Dormady trying to set up the screen. Now he finds Latimer the other way. Latimer makes the first guy miss, cuts back over the middle, and is just tripped up as he crosses the 45. Cravion LeBlanc with the tackle, and oh, buddy. Arlington's got a helmet off, and here comes the penalty flag.
It's after the play, so whatever it is, here it is. It's going to be on Arlington.
Offset, results of the play as a first. 14 and 5. 14 and 5 offset. Results as a first down.
Both players, and we want to make sure the numbers are correct.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Number 14 offense, number 5 defense. Those penalties offset. Results of the play. First down.
So that's Charleston Rambo of Orlando and Will Hill for Arlington. It offsets, but Luke's, we've seen this chippiness from the opening kick.
Well, and usually they get the second guy, the guy that responds, right? This time they got both of them.
Hey, Eli, tell him what he's got. Okay.
Get everybody on the same page, Quentin.
New set of downs for Orlando.
Easy. Cancun. Here we go. Sarah.
Orlando 1st and 10 from their own 46. Stormedy throwing, adjusting, making that catch as Logan Porter. Ball comes out at the end of that. That was Will Hill applying the hit. And another late penalty flag.
We're going to get taunting here.
That's 5. He's gone. Right, because it was 5 on a... What do you guys have here? Open it up.
I've got an open up mic. All right, we've got a catch with a fumble backwards, right? Okay, that's fine. After the play, unsportsmanlike against number 5 defense. That's his second. He is disqualified from the game.
That's his, yes. If you've got unsportsmanlike on 5, he's gone.
Copy that. Here we go. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 5. This is his second unsportsmanlike penalty of the game. He is disqualified. First down, Orlando.
Well, look at Will Hill. He makes a clinic-level form tackle, exactly how you would teach it and coach it. Walk away. That's just bad football. That's undisciplined football from a good football player that knows better, and you just killed your football team. Bob Stoops has got to be beside himself.
Now, Arlington last week, they had a key injury in the secondary. That destroyed them. Let's see what happens this week with Will Hill going off. Will it open up the passing game for Orlando? 1st and 10. Dormady looking for it all. Going end zone. Incomplete. Was looking for Katie Cannon into double coverage.
Or Crayvon LeBlanc, number 21. Outstanding job late with his hand on the ball.
Trips left, scat left.
Wow, nice job, 2-1. Brandon Resnick, too, on the call as well at safety.
2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's Devin Darrington, the running back, trying to spin for extra yards. He'll be just a yard short after picking up 9 on 3rd down.
Hey, Nike.
On the ball.
Quarterback sneak, and he did not get it. Who was that who came over the top for Arlington? Just blowing up that play. That looked like Joe Powell getting Dormady before he could get any movement forward.
Come here, huddle up.
Number 4, the safety, just gets over the top. Able to pull the quarterback, Dormady back, but really good job timing the snap there by Powell.
Hey, 1. Lock, nigga.
Offense stays on the field for Orlando on 4th and 1. They give it to Darrington. No, it's a keeper, Dormady. And it's going to be close. Joe Powell was again there on the stop, and they give him the first down.
Now remember, this is challengeable. So you see that little chip to the bottom of your screen there, that red chip. If Arlington wanted to challenge this, they could. Ooh, I would challenge that if I'm Bob Stoops.
Dormady also took a shot to the head, but he's a runner there in that situation.
Previous play was under further
review.
He's
a half yard short, right? So that's going to be 4th down. Now it's going to turn over on downs. All right, Jeff, so we have the ball carrier short. We're gonna place the ball at the 22.5-yard line. That's going to make it a turnover on downs.
That's a really good job.
Does TV want to break? On a
That's a really good job by Dean Blandino, jumping in and reviewing that prior to Bob Stoops having to use a challenge.
The runner did not make the line to gain. And the ball goes over and downs. The ball be placed at the 22.5-yard line. First down.
So Arlington is not charged with a challenge. They get the ball back, up by 3 here in this third quarter.
Quarterbacks, they each were born to take this stage. Only question is, which team believes enough to take them? The NFL Draft begins April 27th on ESPN and ABC.
Thursday, getting ready for the NFL Draft. How many quarterbacks go in the top 5 picks?
The top 5, I think 2.
Okay.
And then we'll see where trade-ups and things of that nature go from there.
So Arlington gets the ball back. Luis Perez scanning the field, throwing it sidearm short. Incomplete. Let's take a look back at that 4th down by Orlando.
Yeah, you see the keep here, and I like the play call. I have no issue with it. Just see Dormany's knee go down, and again, Joe Powell makes 2 plays in a row. He jumps over the line of scrimmage on the quarterback sneak, and then back right there.
Good job, D. Good job, Schools. Good job. Good job, D.
He's right. That defense held strong.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10. They all on the ground, and with Davion Smith. Smith just running through arm tackles, keep moving those legs, picks up 13.
I'd line up and I'd run the exact same play to the left side. This is just wide zone stretch. Forward lean, keeping the legs churning. Really good upon contact. Line up and do the exact same thing the other direction. See what Orlando does. See if they can stop it, challenge them.
That was the longest rush of the game by either team, 13 yards.
Here we go. Daytona, it up.
Perez pumps once, now goes deep the other side. It's a dangerous ball. The closest man was defensively Shaquille Wiggins. Peyton, the receiver, wasn't even close.
Yeah, Peyton in that time with Luis Perez not on the same page. And Harry, just looking at Peyton that time, it looked like he stopped running. You know, you always hear, don't stop running the route. Just seemed like he lost the ball, didn't quite know he was going to be the primary target.
Especially when you see the quarterback looking the opposite way. You know, naturally you want to stop and slow down.
Yeah.
But coaches always tell you the ball can come to you at any given time. Continue your route.
Harry always knew the ball was coming his way.
Well, there's never been a receiver that's ever been covered.
2nd and 10. Smith. That time Orlando got good penetration on defense.
Really seen some good play. If there's been bright spots with both of these teams, it's been the defensive front for both teams.
Standing guard. Hey, stack Tampa carry. Stack Tampa carry. Number 8 is in the game. 8 in the game. Over. Tell him over.
Sal Cannella, number 80. That's the focus of this Orlando defense. They don't want 80 to beat them.
Sal Cannella, the tight ends, lining up in the slot on the bottom of your screen, and I don't think they got that play off.
Arlington is taking too much time.
First charge timeout. Arlington.
So timeout Arlington, we will stay
30 seconds.
here. Week 8 in the XFL continues tomorrow with a Sunday doubleheader. We start with the battle in Texas between the Roughnecks and the Brahmas. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Then it's the Defenders and the Sea Dragons, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Both games also available on ESPN+. Take a look at standings here in the XFL. DC with their first loss of the season last week here in Orlando. How do the Defenders bounce back this week?
Well, it's interesting. Is it going to be a blip or could it turn into a trend? I don't think it will. They're too disciplined. They know exactly what their identity is. Now the maturity of a Jordan Ta'amu, an Abram Smith, that defense Santos Ramirez, Greg Williams leading that crew. They'll bounce back. Question is, can Houston bounce back on offense? That's what's going to be interesting to watch.
3rd and 10 coming up for Arlington. Empty backfield for Perez. Pressured. He'll step up. Still scanning. Throwing it deep. He's got a man open. Completes it. Lawan Whittingham. Finally brought down inside the 10. That's Luis Perez with his legs keeping the play alive. And now we got a late flag.
I'm not so sure Luis Perez wasn't past the line of scrimmage when he threw this football.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. I'm good with the play.
Results of the play is a first down.
Yeah.
11 offense.
We might have something dead ball. He was not beyond the line of scrimmage.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 11. 15-yard penalty. First down.
It'll be 1st and 10. Okay, so Arlington 11, UNS accepted.
This is number 11's first unsportsmanlike penalty.
Najim Hossein, he got beat. But then Whittingham could not stay disciplined and then committed the unsportsmanlike penalty after the play.
This has become an alarming trend with this Arlington team. Just can't keep their emotions in check. After a big play, you negate 15 off of it.
First charge timeout. Orlando. 30 seconds.
Devin's past the line of scrimmage. Quarterback beyond the line of scrimmage. He was not, no.
Terrell Buckley wants the challenge.
Ivanhoe Brewing on April 15th as the Guardians take on the San Antonio Brahmas. And again on April 22nd as we wrap up regular season play against the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Take a look at Perez right here. Now the black line's not necessarily always accurate, but the pole you see there, the 3rd down marker, that's a good call. He's not beyond the line of scrimmage. He's close, but not quite beyond the line of scrimmage. No challenge by Terrell Buckley.
Hey, listen up. Join double left, 2 drills, Z hammer F, pivot X out. I want to.
So the penalty will back up Arlington.
Here we go.
1st and 10 from the 24.
Hey,
Orlando's in press coverage right now.
Here we go.
Perez is calling out a hot route. Throws it, completes. That's Vaughn's again. And we've got a penalty flag, and another one comes in late.
Offensive pass interference 85. 10 yards previous spot. Offensive pass interference 85. 10 yards previous spot. Pass interference. Offense number 85. 10-yard penalty. First down.
See what they do. Number 85 is going to come in here, and they're going to call him for a pick right there, which I think that's a really good call. You can get in his way, but you've got to be able to front up and really direct your front number to the quarterback.
He threw a little hip check.
Yeah, a little hip check, and he's behind the defender.
Hey, alert the draw. Hey, formation in the boundary, some bullshit coming. Formation in the boundary, some bullshit coming.
Orlando expects something tricky here defensively. 1st and 20. It's a simple run up the middle, and Smith, no gain.
Something that Tony Carter had scouted there when you get the heavy formation in the boundary, which means you're taking your 2 wide outs, sometimes trips into the short side of the field. There must have been something that had happened in previous weeks that alerted them to a trick play. That time, nice job. Good tackle by Terrence Plummer being all over it, number 44.
Here we go. Sit up. 180. What's up?
2nd and 20. Here comes the blitz. They get rid of it. Over the middle. Big hit. Nate Becker. He lost the ball. Orlando has the fumble recovery.
Of the replay game.
Fumble
It's like Fight Club.
Talk, come in.
It's a fumble. It's a fumble. You're good with fumble. You're good with fumble.
Oh, no. Recovery by the defense. That's your spot where you blew the whistle. Okay. Come on.
That's Marcus Murphy with the hit stick.
On the field is a fumble.
Getting the ball free, gets the ball back, and Orlando recovers the fumble.
Marcus Murphy with me on the sideline after coming up with the big play to keep this game within 3. What'd you see on the play to make that fumble happen?
Just my attention to detail, running to the ball with bad intentions. I knew we had to make a play. I was just telling the safety before the end, we got to come up with a big stop to get the offense back on the field.
What is it going to take to ultimately win this game?
Keep fighting. Keep loving each other, keep pushing, keep motivating, and keep our foot on the gas.
Thanks so much. I asked him when's the last time he made a play like that, guys. He said it's been a minute. Feels good.
That looked like a Madden play right there. I like that. 1st and 10 for Orlando. Dormady pressured, got to get rid of it, and he takes a big hit.
It's a really good job from Arlington that time. Once again, zone defense. That's a coverage sack.
Darnell Sankey, TJ Barnes in there for Arlington.
On one, ready?
They get the loss of 1, brings up 2nd and 11.
David Davidson. 180. What's that?
Orlando, this one's going nowhere. Ryan Mueller just blew that one up for a loss of 8. Dedrick Thomas had no chance.
Ryan Mueller off the right side of your screen, really good discipline here. Comes upfield and then settles down. He thinks the quarterback's got it, or it's coming on the end around. What a fantastic play up the field for big number 40 right there.
We're starting field position of the day for Orlando, and they're going the opposite direction. On 3rd and 18, Dormady needs a big one. Pressured! And a flag is down. Now, eventually was caught by Charleston Rambo. Let's see what this flag is. That was almost picked off.
Stay with it.
First of all, I got a face mask on the defense. Okay. Quarterback.
That ball's
I have a ball. I don't have it hitting the ground. It was then caught by the offense.
That ball is completed catch.
Right here.
Face mask 15 yards this way. Got me a number.
I don't have a number on the defense, but it's a face mask. Whoever was chasing the quarterback.
Dean, can you help me with the number on the face mask?
Okay, I'm looking for it. They're saying they've got a
tap on the quarterback.
Marcus. I don't have a face mask on the quarterback.
You don't have a face mask on the quarterback?
No. Hold on. Number 40, but...
Number 4?
Slow down here. We've got a catch, and I've got a quick grab of the face mask by 40. Arlington 40.
Correct. He just admitted it.
Is my spot good on the catch?
Rolling on the field is a completed catch. Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 40. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Just been that type of day for Arlington. The guy makes a spectacular play on the previous play. Then when you need the biggest play to be made there, you got Orlando backed up. You commit a face mask penalty. Bob Stoops obviously just shaking his head over this.
Arlington today, that's their 8th penalty for 86 yards.
Black. David.
So new life for Orlando after the face mask. Dormady looking to set up the screen. Got something going with Latimer. And Latimer will have enough for a first down.
Twins right.
Here we go. 4-2, 59 choice.
Orlando deciding to go no huddle. Under 5 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter.
F. Curl look for 17, middle receiver to the top of your screen.
1st and 10, Dormady on the go route, going deep, incomplete. Katie Cannon couldn't reel it in. Devontae Bosby was with him step for step.
or if this could have just been thrown about 2 yards further upfield, the speeder Katie Cannon could have had this. Well played by Bosby, number 41 there.
Harry, we've seen last week Katie Cannon was running by guys. What's been the difference this week? We'll get to Harry in a second. 2nd and 10. Dormady double pumps, has a man open. That was Charleston Rambo sitting down in that zone. Has it complete for a gain of 14. Harry, what's been the difference for the Orlando receivers this week versus last week?
Well, I'll be honest, I think it's more so on the defense of Arlington. Last week they didn't have their best game, and their defensive coordinator, Coach Hayes, stated that. They gave up 5 explosive plays, so they're doing a great job defensively, not giving up the explosive today, and especially the deep ball.
180!
That's a good point, Harry. On 1st and 10, Orlando. Dormady looking to throw again. His receiver fell down. It is picked off. That's Joe Powell. He's got some blockers in front of him. Powell along the sideline. Eventually will be forced out in front of the 20.
I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this.
It was Katie Cannon who fell down for Orlando, and the easy interception for Arlington.
It's been cutting in and out the whole game.
Quentin Dormady tries to force this one to the inside when he's got one-on-one to the outside with Latimer. See 3 white jerseys right there, and Joe Powell is having one heck of a third quarter. A tackle on 3rd and 1, a tackle on 4th and 1, and a turnover on downs, and now the turnover for the defensive secondary for Arlington. But what will the offense do now, John? This is where Arlington has got to come up with some answers, particularly at quarterback and in the passing game.
3rd turnover of the game as Arlington now has their best starting field position of the day. On 1st down, they hand it off to Smith, and Smith is double teamed for a loss of 1. Gerald Willis, Errol Thompson, both there on the stop for Orlando.
Whoa.
Okay, hey, listen. So then if that's happening, then I'm gonna put
Joe Powell, how about that?
All at one quarter.
You got a flat, Sean. No, you got it.
Arlington offense has not seen the end zone yet today. They scored their only touchdown on defense.
Here we go, gotta go.
2 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 11. Perez, here comes the blitz, gets rid of it on time, completes it to Hall. And Hall is brought down after getting the 1st down inside the 10 by Marcus Murphy.
12 personnel.
That was a laser.
Gun trim left. Z short. Or check. Wristband 8.
Listen up. Gun trim right. Z short Casper. Steer 4 split. I'm ready. Gotta go. Hey, look. Here we go. Gotta go. Daytona, listen up.
Arlington on 1st and goal from the 7. Smith sheds 1 tackler. Stopped at the 5. They continue to push the pile. Finally, they blow the whistle dead. He'll be marked down at the 3.
Really on the field, his progress is stopped at the 3-yard line. 2nd down.
Arlington today in the red zone. They've had to settle for 2 field goals.
Hey, gun, dice left.
Hey, his feet never stopped.
Gotta go.
Stoops gets his explanation. He says, okay. We play on 2nd and goal. From the 3, back to Smith, makes a cut up the middle.
Hold the ball.
He'll be stopped at the 1. Stanley Mapunga was in there for Orlando to deny the touchdown. It'll be 3rd and goal.
This is 2-down territory. The way Orlando's playing on offense, you got a chance to get a touchdown here if you're Arlington. You don't give that up.
Here we go. Hey.
61 reporting as eligible.
Go for 1 if we score.
Under a minute to play here in this 3rd quarter. Fans here at Camping World Stadium trying to make some noise on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Daytona, set up.
Perez hands off to Smith. Met at the goal line. He's in there. Touchdown, Arlington.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
No, not from the front.
See it right down the line here. Let's see the forward lean from Davion Smith. Lower in the shoulder. He does cross the plane. You heard Bobby Stoops already saying we're going for 1. I think that Arlington likes to keep the run game in play here.
Hey, listen up. Strong right, 34 power team. Hold on, ready? Let's go.
34, that's an even number, so we're going to see power to the right.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Right there.
Gotta go.
So they go for 1 from the 2. Back to Smith, following his blockers, and he does not get in. Orlando with 3 turnovers today, and Arlington has scored on every single one of them, 15 points.
Well, that's essentially how Arlington has scored points.
Sean came out of running his track, he pulled up.
All season long. This has essentially been, for the most part, Arlington's offense. Has been the defense that's been able to score points, and they've gotten points off of the turnovers.
There's the turnover story today. Guardians, 3 turnovers, 15 points scored by Arlington off of them. But because of the rules in the XFL, it is still just a 1-possession game. You can go for 3.
Go more stuff. Good job. Hey, way to get in there, baby.
Well, it's interesting. You know, we saw our first overtime game this week between Vegas and St. Louis, and with the scoring opportunities following a touchdown, it can be difficult to find yourself in a tie at the end of the contest.
Russolino boots this one away. Thomas Fields, there they go. Thomas needs a big return to spark this Orlando offense, and he slips down, and a penalty comes in late after he crossed the 20.
Receiving team, number 80.
Number 80. Is your flag good? Okay. Holding, receiving team number 80.
23 to 13.
Holding, return team number 80. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's the tight end Ryan Becker for Orlando. It's an all-access look at the XFL and its players and coaches that you can't get anywhere else. The 9-part docuseries is called Player 54. Episode 6 premieres on Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on ESPN2. And remember, all the episodes are available on ESPN+. So Orlando, tough starting field position. They have it on 1st and 10. Dormady scanning, throw in into double coverage, completes it to Cody Latimer. Harry, we've seen this Arlington zone affect these guys. I want you to break it down when we come back from this break. End of the 3rd quarter. Arlington with a 9-point lead here in Orlando.
Let that go, right? Let's go. All right, well, let's go. We got a long day in front of us, all right? Let's go. I'm used to you making a million plays, all right? So let's go. No!
This is a game that requires a short memory. You can't worry about the last play. Focus on the next one.
We get set for the start of the 4th quarter here in Orlando. Arlington with a 9-point lead. John Schriffen alongside my partners, Tom Luganville here in the booth, Harry Douglas, Stormy Bonantoni on the field.
180!
Orlando will start this 4th quarter on the ground with Darrington. Harry, we can tell this Arlington zone is really getting to Orlando. If you're a receiver, what's the key to dissecting it?
Understanding coverages, but it's not about going 100 miles per hour. That's the thing. When you have zone coverage, you got to find the holes in the defense be able to sit there in them, and the quarterback has to deliver the football on time.
Yeah, Harry's so right, because it's understanding coverages. You got to understand what's the defender's responsibility, and how do I work against that to find that open void.
2nd and 7. Dormady will take off and slide down safely. He picks up 3. It brings up 3rd down.
Dose right, dose right, dose right.
And guys, I even tell you, you look at the safety position, Joe Powell was doing a heck of a job because Will Hill is out.
Yep.
But also, if you guys haven't noticed, Donald Payne hasn't been in the game in a long time because he has an ankle injury.
That's a good eye, Mary. Dormady throwing, finds that soft spot to Cody Latimer. Latimer's been doing a better job of getting open now. Picks up 9 for the 1st down. For Latimer, that was his 6th catch. He's approaching 70 yards on the day.
Sarah, son.
Pump fake. Dormady, it just gets rid of it.
Yeah, they wanted to set up the screen to the running back. He gets caught up. I think he fell down as well.
Right motion, broom left. Tiger right motion, broom left.
Hey, broom left. Broom left. Tiger right motion, broom left.
And we do have a penalty flag.
There's no eligible receiver. Just need a spot. Thank you. Thank you. Intentional grounding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Loss of down. 2nd down.
Gone right. Gone right. Gone right.
Brenton Dormady in the pocket, not flushed,
Hey,
and
what do
threw
you
the
got?
ball deep downfield where
Aggie?
officiating crew
Gone right.
deemed there wasn't an eligible target.
Gone right.
Terrell Buckley knows they have to win this game. If Orlando loses today, their chance of making the playoffs are over. 2nd and 20. Dormady, hit as he throws, it's picked off. Willie Taylor with the interception for Arlington, but did Orlando get it back? Yes, they did. Unbelievable play by Dedrick Thomas. Unreal.
Question is, did he have possession of the ball prior to going out of bounds?
Clock will be on the ready.
Willie Taylor.
Ruling on the field is an interception by the defense.
He's in bounds and has
Later
it there.
fumbled by the offense, recovered. 1st down.
Yeah.
Orlando. Clock will start on the ready.
You're all clear on that. You're
Give
all
me
clear
that.
on that.
Dedrick Thomas just takes his cookies. Uh-oh.
Make a note of that play.
Look at Terrell Buckley.
1st and 10.
Keep watching, Coach. Keep watching.
15-25.
Eastern Kentucky Colonel Willie Taylor thinks he makes a great play. You got to finish the play.
David, son.
Dormady has thrown interceptions on back-to-back drives now, but he fortunately gets it back. 1st and 10. Sitting down in that zone is Eli Rogers.
On the ball.
It's good for a 6-yard gain.
Corvette. Tank right. Tank right. Tank right. Corvette. Tank right. Tank right.
Hear him say Corvette when trying to move fast on offense. 2nd down. On the ground, Darrington. Orlando has not got the run game going today.
Not at all. They've just really struggled to hold up at the point of attack. Credit Arlington up front defensively. They've played a lot of 3-man front and dominated the line of scrimmage.
14 carries, a total of 15 yards today for Orlando.
Scout right.
And by playing zone, they don't put themselves at risk of giving up explosive plays, like Harry was mentioning earlier.
Who's going to make the big play for Orlando? 3rd and 4. Dormady over the middle, finds Charleston Rambo. That's another 1st down.
Florida.
Dose right. Hey, ace right. Sarah.
Dormady airing it out. Tough throw. almost picked off again. But we do have flags. That was Javaris Davis in coverage.
Let's get the flags on the right
Throwing
spot.
it to Dan
we got
Williams.
two different flags. You got the same thing?
Statue flag.
2-0. Pass interference. Defense, number 20. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Easy call as Davis pushed the receiver to get the separation.
Yeah, Davis, 5'10", and Dan Williams, 83, 6'2", 215. Bit of a mismatch.
Hey, get out! Someone get out!
With that penalty, Orlando gains 31 yards. I mean, look at the difference in penalty yards. Arlington versus Orlando.
Yep.
Dormady with time, throwing across the field. And a little too high for his tight end, Cody Latimer.
Let's go 11, 11, 11. I need dose right, ace right, double smash. Dose right, ace right, double smash.
Ace right.
You're going to have two deep corner routes by the two slot receivers.
Davis, Hunt.
5-yard hitch route by the two outside receivers.
Right side.
2nd and 10. Dormady looking right the whole way. Now we'll scan back over the middle, sidearms it, but he threw it out of bounds. Charleston Rambo didn't have a chance. Dormady has just been off on a ton of throws there.
He has. He had Devin Darrington, the running back, 26 in his check down. He should have just taken it and letting him run. Just doesn't seem to be getting through the progression.
Twins right, orbit, scat right, Seattle left curl.
Harry, when your quarterback is a little off, is there anything as a receiver to help him out?
You gotta go get
just
set.
keep building them up. You know, talk confidence, speak life into them.
Let's see if Dormady can come through here on 3rd and 10. Running for his life, throws it away. Nobody had a chance at that one. Bruce Hector, Josiah Coatney forcing Dormady out of the pocket.
You heard him say F curl, and he had the F curl to number 17 in the slot. Eli Rogers was just under duress, flush from the pocket, couldn't stand in and make the throw. Again, credit that Arlington defensive front.
That's 59.
Clock will tick down, under 10 minutes to play in this 4th quarter as the punt team is on for Orlando. Mac Brown punted away to try to pin Arlington in deep. There's Rennell Hall, calls for the fair catch at the 10. Beautiful shot of the canals here in Orlando. Picture perfect day, especially on defense for Arlington. Tomorrow in a Sunday doubleheader, we start with the Battle of Texas between the Roughnecks and the Brahmas, 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC. And then we've got the rematch. The Defenders and the Sea Dragons. This time it all goes down in Seattle. Kickoff, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. That is going to be a fight. Get up! Under 10 minutes to play in our ball game here in Orlando. Arlington with a 9-point lead. Luis Perez throwing on 1st down, completes it to Winningham. Ball comes out late. Out of bounds, picks up 7.
We got 7. We're good.
Hey, we in Guardian. All right, listen up. We in Guardian. All right. We got Brown over Mississippi Fire Zone. I'm sorry, go Florida. Tell the safety's Florida.
Clearly checking out of the fire zone, which was going to be a zone blitz.
Coming.
They send the blitz anyway on 2nd and 3. Scooting through that hole is Lenny Brown. Good blocking up front by this offensive line from Arlington. They get 15 yards.
Decided to bring the pressure. This time running away from the free defender off of the edge. Well executed, good call by Arlington.
Big number 70, Mike Thornton, leading the way in that hole on the offensive line. Marcus Murphy was the player down for Orlando, as still a little shaken up after that one.
Please reset the play clock to 17 seconds. 17 seconds on the play clock. Thank you.
I love how I hear Luis Perez all the time. You hear the little nugget here and there. He goes, "No, LB, hold on to that football now." Like just the important things, the thing that matter. You have possession of the ball.
Okay.
The clock's winding
Play
down.
300J. Okay, we're gonna go on the ball. Trips right sticks. Yeah, you gotta go right outside.
Directing traffic.
No, it's just 300J. 300J. On Monday. On Monday. Here we go. On the ball. Let's go. You gotta flat. Yes. You gotta go on the ball. Flat right now. 300J. You got 8 to get in out. Here we go. Here we go. Sit up. 80. It's hot.
1st and 10 from their own 32. Perez with the dump off out of the backfield to Brown. Sheds the first tackle. And all that for a gain of 1. Matt Ty Smith on the stop for Orlando.
Good reminder of the clock in the XFL continues to run. Much quicker pace, so if you do have a lead, the clock really plays in your favor.
Steelers cover 1, pinch. Brown Steelers cover 1, pinch.
And because of the option to go for 3, this is still just a 1-possession game if Orlando gets the ball back.
Here we go. Sit up. 80. It's hot.
Orlando blitzing again. Perez gets rid of it. But Arconado dropped it. It was right in the basket. C.J. Holmes, good coverage.
Tight coverage, they call it cover 1 pinch, so you got a single high safety. Everybody else is in man-to-man. Well played right there by C.J. Holmes.
We're going stack trap. Over trap, over trap, over trap. Over trap, over trap. Oh, go, you can go, you can go. Trap, trap, trap.
Get up.
Arlington has to get to the 42 on 3rd and 10. Perez has a man, incomplete. Arconado just couldn't reel it in. He ran by the defense.
I think there's 2 points to make here. Number 1, you got to make that catch in professional football. Number 2, if you're Luis Perez, just throw it up and down, almost like a lob shot. Let it drop into the basket. So a little more precision from both players.
It was Bender, I didn't need to. It was middle read on deep out. Where'd it hit him? I couldn't see. Was it a little deep?
Just on the outstretched fingertips, Luis. You'll see it on tape tomorrow.
First punt this half for Arlington. Marquette King. He just launched one in his last punt in the second quarter. Another good punt here, fielded at the 15. Rogers, and he'll be tripped up around the 20. We do have a penalty flag late.
If he got tangled, the 2, then yeah, I'm going to pick you up. Yes. There is no foul for a holding. Timeout.
So they pick up the flag. Quentin Dormady, what you got? Orlando needs to put a drive together here in this 4th quarter.
Masu came up with Sue. Oh my God.
That was the scene last week as Coach Buckley got the win. He said it was supposed to be one of the greatest moments ever. Instead, I got hit in the head with the water cooler. Bonk. My shoe fell off. He goes, but I was proud. I didn't go down. He said we let our guys enjoy that one the next day. He said, actually, we let them celebrate for 36 hours. Then it was back to work. He said, you got to be professional. You got to be consistent. Orlando has not bounced back after that win. They find themselves down by 9 here in this 4th. Dormady throwing, completing it. Eli Rogers across the 30, a gain of 9.
Yeah, sometimes I think when things go so wrong for Orlando for so many weeks and then things go right,
Corvette.
hard to get past that and get refocused for the next opponent because they do not look like they've taken a step forward tonight.
2nd and 1. Picking it up on the ground is Martin, and then some. Tackled across the 40, a gain of 10.
Goes left.
Tonight from Miami, a few hours south of here, it's UFC 287. Our main event features the rematch for the middleweight belt between Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya. The main card starts at 10 p.m. on pay-per-view. with the prelims at 8 p.m. on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. Dormady across the middle. He's found another open receiver. That's Dan Williams. He'll be brought down in Arlington territory at the 40, a gain of 19.
Cody Latimer underneath crossing is garnering so much attention. Watch 11 cross right in front of the quarterback. 2 Arlington defenders jump him.
Seattle ZD.
And then there's Dan Williams, 83, right behind it, just settling up in the zone.
First and 10 from the Arlington 40. Dormady pressured. Gets away from the first. Eventually he'll be brought down. A loss of 1. That's Will Clark.
Dose right. Dose right. Ace right, X dagger, Y shallow, X dagger, Y shallow,
Ace right.
Z comeback.
Dormady very fortunate to hold on to that football.
David Davis, hot. 180. Right side.
Dormady pressured again, flushed out to his right, throwing on the run. What a throw to Eli Rogers into the red zone for Orlando. A gain of 22. Stormy, what are you looking at on the betting front?
Okay, so what's your level of confidence that Orlando is going to be able to score here? Because Arlington live a little bit ago was an 8.5-point favorite. Now they're just 5.5. If Arlington can get a stop here and keep them from getting points on the board, I think it might be worth laying the points with the road team. But if you have confidence that they can score, maybe hold off and see if you can get the plus points here.
Wait, why are you asking me? You're the betting favorite.
Well, so, okay. Well, no, I'm curious your opinion on scripts, because this Orlando offense the last 3 weeks has averaged, what, around 30 points per game?
Yep.
They've only got 9 here today. So do you think that they'll be able to put it together a little bit here and punch it in? Because if not, Arlington's been the play.
Then Arlington, I think, is still the play until Orlando proves otherwise, right? I mean, at the end of the day, they have not been able to sustain drives and punch it in for points, to Stormy's point.
Harry, what looks different for you offensively on this drive for Orlando? Do you have any confidence they can punch it in?
Ace right, righty.
I think it's just a matter of guys making plays. The offensive line blocking, the quarterback making the right reads, receivers, tight ends getting open. You can't have the self-inflicted wounds, the things that, take you out of the red zone. Execution is most important right here at this moment.
Couldn't agree more, Harry.
Let's also remember, Orlando has not converted a 2 or a 3-point conversion this season. So we do have a challenge right now.
It's the quarterback. So the ball on the field will stand. They lose the timeout, and they're done with their challenge.
After further review, there is no foul for a holding. Arlington is charged their second timeout and no longer has a challenge for the remainder of the game.
And he only has 1 timeout left. You have 2.
Okay.
So Arlington challenged, saying that a holding call was missed. Remember, in the XFL, you can challenge anything, whether it was called or you believe it should have been called.
When you get held, too.
Bob Stoops, he loses his challenge and a timeout.
He said you can lose your footing when you get held, too. A little post-conversation chuckle from Coach Stoops.
180.
First and 10 from the 19. Dormady scanning, eventually finds somebody open on the left side. That's Eli Rogers. Touchdown, Orlando. A 19-yard touchdown reception. And now Orlando needs a 3-point conversion.
Is it 3? 1?
They're not going to do it here. They're going to go for 1. I think they're going to trust their defense.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Flank right, Z soar, power right. Power right. On 1. Ready?
What do you think about this call?
I think it's really, really sketchy. You hear them say power right. Arlington's still putting people on the field.
He's soaring to the right, yeah.
Orlando down
right
3. They're going to go for 1.
David.
Fans are not liking this call. Handoff is to Martin, and he powers his way in there. So Orlando trails by 2. Tom, I'm going to need you to explain why they went for 1 and not 3.
Well, let's take a look. Number 1, they run the power play coming off of a really nice progression read from Quentin Dormady, and being in zone defense, Arlington just loses sight of number 17, Eli Rogers.
There you go.
You see Terrell Buckley there.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
And that's that's part of your answer, right? Whether we agree or not, he's saying, okay, we've got 2 timeouts. We just mounted a nice drive. We've got just under 4 minutes to go. And quite honestly, Arlington has struggled to get into the red area all day long. I think that they feel that they can put Arlington on offense in a 3rd and long position, get the ball back, potentially without using a timeout.
This is it. This is the game.
You know who's not loving that call? Bettors who put
Vegas.
down -2 on Orlando.
That's right.
Because if Orlando comes back and kicks a field goal, Morgalis will kick this one away. Hall fields it from his goal line. Tripped up, lost his footing, eventually stumbles down at the 30. Let's take a look at our progressive game flow. And we got to highlight the Arlington defense.
They got after Orlando all day long with their defensive front, whether it was a 3-man rush, 4-man rush, zone behind it. They made some plays where they had people in the vicinity of the football, created some turnovers, but they haven't been able to capitalize. This is how they've created points. They've used their defense, but they can't sustain long field drives on offense, and they need one big here. Let's see if Orlando's gamble to go for one pays off.
Perez will check it down to his running back. That's Smith. He's hit immediately by Buchanan. Let's see what this penalty flag is.
Who's that on?
Flag. I got hands to the face defense, number 36.
Hands to the face, defense, 36. Okay.
Hey, hands to the face. We're up.
Illegal use of the hands.
Yeah.
Hands to the face, defense, number 36.
15.
5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Man. Off the edge
Hey, no
there.
flags, all right? Here we go. Hey. Gun double left, 11 trap. Go. Just go. On Monday. Gun double left, 11 trap. 11 trap.
Calculating that his defense is going to come through, but you don't calculate for the penalties. Don't anticipate those, and now you've just given away free yardage.
Hey, 10 traps.
The clock runs
Got
again.
double right, 10 trap.
Here we go. Gotta go.
First and 10 from Arlington from their own 36.
Hey, right here. Tell him. Here we go.
Side run right here coming.
Hey. Here we go.
Orlando creeping up to that line on defense. Perez is throwing and completes it to Vaughn. You saw Orlando selling out for the run.
Well, they did, and initially there was a run call with the trap, the inside
I had
run.
to do that because they were coming.
Let's go.
Guardian. All right,
Gun double right, 10 trap.
Hey, we going stack invert 3 stay, check Renegade. Stack invert 3 check Renegade.
Jonathan Hayes really wants to run this trap play. That's 2 plays in a row. He's called it. Luis Perez did a nice job checking out of a bad play last time.
Renegade.
All right, here we go.
Balin, trap it. Go get you one, Balin. It's coming to you. Go, Matt. Go.
180. Where's the hook?
2nd and 3 on the ground. This is Smith, and he's going to be stopped a yard short. Clock continues to run. It'll stop with a 2-minute warning. Orlando has 2 timeouts remaining.
Wristband 35.
3 tight ends coming into the game. Obviously, a heavy package look.
One corner.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
Stay out there.
Green. Rambo. 10.
Hey, we going ice
34
0.
Fine. I'm black.
44 from 0. 44 from 0. Get down. 44 from 0. Safeties, get down.
Arlington will have to run a play before this 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 1. Arlington hands it off. Where do they spot him? The far officials say short, and it's going to be 4th down.
Measure it. Y'all gonna measure it? Measure.
Past the 2-minute warning.
Wait, we're giving the ball and field goal range. We couldn't.
This is the 2-minute warning.
There's the 2-minute warning. 1:56 to play in Orlando. We'll come back after this. Camping World, and the offense is on the field for Arlington. Do you like this call?
I don't mind it. The only downside is you automatically put Orlando with 2 timeouts left and an opportunity to be in field goal position to win the game. But right now, Bob Stoops says, all right, my offensive line, Luis Perez, get me half a yard.
4th and 1.
All right, here we go. Daytona, hey, couple of them.
Perez, is he even going to snap it?
They're going to punt it.
Perez trying to get him off sides, did not get anybody to jump, and they'll take the delay of game penalty.
Hey, let's go, dude.
It was close.
Well,
Guys jumped a couple times.
Yeah, the center for Arlington's got to snap the football.
Delay a game.
Watch the end at the bottom of the
5-yard
screen
penalty.
here.
Snap down.
That would have been ball game.
It is ball game. And listen, I understand this strategy as well. All right, you've dominated up front, your defensive front if you're Arlington. Pump this thing away. See how disciplined Orlando is to go the length of the field, not make mistakes, and put their field goal kicker in position to win the game. Can't afford a big return here, though, if you're Arlington.
So Marquette King will punt it away for Arlington. An end-over-end high kick to Justin Rogers. It will bounce and check up at the 20. And it is down at the 21. That's where Orlando will take over, needing a field goal to win it. As a reminder, a doubleheader tomorrow. Houston, San Antonio, and the monster matchup DC, Seattle, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Well, Orlando had the game of the season last week, getting the one-point win over DC. Do they have some more magic in them?
Well, you mean if you get him to jump, you're supposed to snap it. Well,
Stoops knew he had him.
He's not wrong.
Empty backfield. Dormady, 4-man rush. Dangerous throw. It completes it to Rambo. Fell down, got up to make the 8-yard catch. Clock will continue to run here.
Go strike, go strike. Scout right.
All 3 of Arlington's wins have come by 5 points combined.
Here comes the blitz. Dormady. Ball is out. Flag is down. Orlando gets it back. Let's see what this penalty is.
Here. Everything's going to stop here. It is a fumble. We'll start there. It's clearly a fumble. And it's
to the face defense, number 40.
Okay.
We've got an injury on 78. But he can stay in because that was the player that was fouled on. 78 can stay in. 40, hands to the face.
Number 40. Okay, good. That's a good call. So 40, it's going to be an automatic first down from the previous spot. Clock on the snap.
Face to the hands to the face. Defense, number 40. 5-yard penalty.
29 to
automatic
the 34.
First down. Player number 78 can stay in the game because of the foul. Clock will be on the snap.
That's the second penalty this half for number 40,
TJ.
Ryan Mueller, that has gotten Orlando free yardage and a fresh set of downs.
Well, TJ Bradley lost his helmet and he took a shot to the mouth. He is fired up now, the offensive lineman on the sideline. He is not happy and good reason.
Watch your face. We need you to stay calm.
A
Stay
busted
calm.
lip.
Hey, we need you to stay calm. Be a pro. Wash your face. We need you out there to block. Don't go out there ready to fight now, all right? Yes, sir. We gonna get, he just gave us 15 yards. That's what we need. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Wash your mouth out. We need some water, coach.
Love it.
Right side.
1st and 10 after the penalty. Dormady crossing. Oh, my. Incomplete. Devontae Bosby had his hand on it for Arlington.
Ace right.
Still plenty of time for Orlando to get in the field goal range, and they've got 2 timeouts remaining.
Yep.
Sarah. Touch.
Here's a 3-man rush. Sidearms to Latimer. Completes it, gets down.
Here we go.
Clock will continue to run.
Goes right. Ace right, fiat. Ace right, fiat. Ace right, fiat.
Orlando has to get to the 44 for a first down. On 3rd and 7, they've got the first down. Rogers completes it. The clock will stop, and then it will start again once they spot it.
Twins right. No. Twins right. Twins right. Give me.
Here we go. Here we go. Frisco drop 57.
Sarah.
Under 50 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Dormady completes it again. Back to Rogers. First down. Stop the clock. Move the chains.
Twins right. Twins right. Scan right.
Timeout. Arlington, 3rd and final timeout. 30 seconds.
Oh my God. I'm gonna need you to rub my whole body after this.
Is that what you want? We got it.
See Arlington substituting late. Comes on the field late, and again, Eli Rogers, the F curl that's been a staple versus zone today. Now, let's think about it. Arlington took the timeout here. Now, let's go back to the Orlando touchdown. And we question, why would you go for one? Now, let's look at where the clock is at and think how Terrell Buckley would have. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left. 2 timeouts, and you feel pretty good about your defense. Well, that pays off. Now you got to count on your offense to get you in field goal range. So to this point, Terrell Buckley has played this well.
And remember, if you're Arlington, you're missing 2 starters on offense. Will Hill, 2 unsportsmanlike penalties. He's been ejected. Donald Payne, he's out for defense as well for Arlington. 41 seconds to play in this fourth quarter. Orlando down by 2 on 1st and 10. Pressured, backside, ball is out, and Arlington has the fumble. Ball game.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Arlington.
A nightmare game for Quentin Dormady. 5 turnovers, and the last one is the dagger.
The last thing you can do is take a sack here, and to further worsen the situation, turn the football over. You have your team within yards of field goal range, and instead you're going to end up on the losing side of this ball game.
Willie Taylor caused the fumble, and then Will Clark recovered it for Arlington. On top of the world last week for Dormady, and then this week, Orlando has now been eliminated from playoff contention. Luis Perez, the addition for Arlington, and watch out now, because the Renegades look like a completely different ball club.
Well, 4-4, they had to go on the road.
Come on. Your coach is coming up. Yo, good job. Good job, fellas. Yeah, good job. Shoot. All right, T-Buck, good job, man. Yeah, hang in there, bro.
You too.
Team looks good.
Hey, we trying. Good job.
You'll be all right. Well, I'll see you back at home.
All right.
Yeah, good job.
It's a final in Orlando here in Week 8. The Arlington Renegades get the win over Orlando 18-16. Luis Perez was the difference on offense for the Renegades.
What's up, brother? Way to play, bro. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate you. Hey, that was a nice play by you. That was a nice play, bro. Good job, man. Good job, brother. Hey, you're a stud, big dog.
Let's send it down to Harry Douglas with the winning coach for Arlington.
I'm with Coach Bob Stooks. Coach, your defense really stepped up today. 5 takeaways. What do you got to say for that?
Yeah, 1 a touchdown. They played great. Devontae Bosby with the big touchdown, and the pressure. We had some strip sacks and got pressure to the quarterback, and that makes a difference. 2
of your best players on defense go down. Guys stepped up when they needed to step up.
Yeah, we've had a lot of injuries last week, this week on the defensive side of the ball, and today even at the end cramping, guys kind of coming in and out. But we got a lot of guys. We use all too deep every time we play, and they do a good job.
Luis Perez stepped right in. Things look good early. kind of had a little thing stop there, but still stayed with it. What do you say about him?
Luis, and being with us a week and a half, really special, an incredibly bright guy, a talented guy. Threw a lot of really good balls today. Missed a deep one that just on the fingertips. So I'm really, really happy for Luis and really helped us.
Big win, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to you, John.
All right, Harry, we appreciate that. Let's update the standings here in the XFL here in Week 8. Arlington breaks the 2-game losing streak. They move to 4-4 in the season, and that's a huge one because now Orlando has officially been eliminated from the playoffs as they fall now to 1-7. Welcome back inside the booth here at Camping World Stadium alongside Tom Luginbill. I'm John Schriffen. Well, Orlando on top of the world in Week 7, and then they came back to earth here. Dormady, not the best game, 5 turnovers. The last one really sealed the deal.
Yeah, coming off of 6 touchdowns and a wonderful performance in the win versus DC last week. But you could sense it from the onset. This Orlando offense was not in sync. They were out of rhythm. And up front, they were overwhelmed by Arlington's defensive front. Whether it was a 3-man rush, 4-man rush, I think Dormady just never felt comfortable. The throws he made last week, he did not make this week. All of the plays offensively where Orlando had made such strides, they reverted back to how they had played the first 6 weeks of the season. Heavily penalized, turnovers, could not get the run game going, and so a very frustrating setback for Orlando after what looked like maybe a promising streak for them coming off of a big win of the then undefeated DC Defenders.
All right, let's talk about Arlington now, because when we talked to Bob Stoops before this game, he said, we know what our defense has done. Our defense has kept us in games all year long, but we haven't been scoring points. Now with Luis Perez, how does this offense look for Arlington?
Well, it's going to look a heck of a lot better if they can get him to play better than he did today, which was not bad, but eliminate all of the mistakes around him. You know, whether it was penalties, procedure penalties, 3rd and longs, they did not play clean football today. The difference was Orlando made more mistakes than Arlington did. So I think with another start under his belt, you'll see this Arlington offense get better and better and better, but they can't have silly penalties. They can't turn the ball over. That's just not going to be playing winning football. And we heard Bob Stoops say that throughout the broadcast.
All right. Another close one here in Orlando. The Guardians fall 2 points short as Arlington gets the win. For my crew, Tom Luginbill, Stormy Bonnet-Tony, Harry Douglas, I'm John Schriffen saying so long from Orlando. The Arlington Renegades break the 2-game losing streak.